Case Analysis, NBCC, India, Limited v. Zillion Infraprojects Pvt. Ltd. In the landmark case of NBCC, India, Limited v. Zillion Infraprojects Pvt. Limited, the Supreme Court of India tackled an important question: what standards must be met to incorporate arbitration clauses by reference into contracts? This issue lies at the core of contract management, as arbitration clauses dictate the mechanism for resolving disputes. The case originated in 2006 when NBCC awarded Zillion Infraprojects a contract to construct a weir across the Damodar River. The letter of intent, LOI, issued by NBCC referenced the terms and conditions of a tender from Damodar Valley Corporation, DVC, which included an arbitration clause. However, the LOI explicitly stated that disputes would be resolved exclusively through civil courts in Delhi. When disputes arose, Zillion invoked the DVC tender's arbitration clause. NBCC opposed, arguing that the LOI's specific provision for resolution through civil courts superseded any general reference to the DVC tender. When the Delhi High Court appointed an arbitrator, NBCC escalated the matter to the Supreme Court for review. The Supreme Court delivered a decisive verdict that shaped how arbitration clauses are incorporated into contracts. It clarified that general versus specific reference, a general reference to external terms, such as a tender, is insufficient to incorporate an arbitration clause into a contract. Explicit and conscious agreement: for arbitration clauses to be binding, parties must explicitly express their intent to include them within the contract. In this case, the LOI's specific clause for using Delhi's civil courts underscored the parties' decision to exclude arbitration. The Supreme Court invalidated the High Court's appointment of an arbitrator, emphasizing that explicit terms within the contract override ambiguous references to external documents. This ruling is a critical lesson for contract managers. It reinforces the necessity for precise and unambiguous drafting of contracts, especially to avoid disputes in high-stakes agreements. Arbitration clauses are enforceable only when all parties explicitly agree to their inclusion, leaving no room for interpretation. The judgment also aligns with legal precedents like MR Engineers and Contractors Pvt. Limited v. Somdat Builders Limited, further affirming the principle that arbitration clauses require specific inclusion. This decision underscores that contractual clarity leads to enforceability and minimizes legal risks.